The number one tip I have for training martial arts and getting good at martial arts is this. You must keep things simple. The average person cannot remember an infinite combination of differing moves when it comes to self-defense training. And that kind of approach is not practical at all. When you're in a self-defense scenario, how are you going to remember to do some kind of like crescent kick, question mark, punch thingy mabobber? You're not going to remember. But what you can remember is a jab, cross, roundhouse kick. That's easy. It's easy to spit out those combos out of nowhere if you are in need of using those moves. However, on the other side of things, all these fancy moves that are very entertaining to watch from a spectator level, they're not going to serve you very well. And there's a place for that, yes there is. Martial arts is also a form of entertainment, but practical side is also important to consider. So it all comes down to your reasoning behind your self-defense training. During the pandemic, I trained a whole lot when it comes to martial arts. And I always say this, is that I was actually better as a white belt than I am as a brown belt now. Also, I do feel like I'm kind of closer to black belt status than a lot of other people who would probably be at the same belt that I am now. However, that's a whole nother issue. However, the reason for that is because, like the main topic of this video, is I kept things simple. I had a very specific set routine. I'd basically have my weight days, like, it was roughly like 2 to 3 times per week. And then on the off days, I would train my martial arts for 1 hour. And I would have basically a list of differing moves every day that I would drill between 10 and 100 times. So say I would be training weights 3 days a week, Monday, Wednesday, Friday. Well, Tuesday, Thursday, Saturday, Sunday, I would probably do like for example, Tuesday, I practice like 20 punches, 20 kicks, and 20 blocking moves. Add to that, this is also on top of going to actual dojos 1 to 2 times per week. The first year I focused from 2020 through 2021, I focused more on karate. And then 2022, I did 1 year of Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu. Then I came back to karate to receive my brown belt. And that's pretty much where I left off. I haven't been back in the dojo because, life is back to normal. My day job is back to where it was before, at least for the most part. And I don't have time due to other responsibilities to actually train like I did back then. However, the number one lesson, I guess you'd call it a life lesson, is to keep things simple. And if you want to progress in martial arts to the best of your ability, it is in your best interest to keep things simple.